Welcome into the show. Wednesday, hump day. Man, my voice is still kind of getting back from that casino trip. Oh, man. What's going on, y'all? Welcome into Sports with Balls. I'm Jeff Michael here on a Wednesday on a hump day. Man, lots going on in the sports world, especially in college. Wow. Man, we'll get into that, man. College football. Whew. Well, I mean, the NCAA basketball kicked off too, so the men's college basketball is on point right now. Won some money last night. If y'all would have listened to me on these parlay bets that I do at the end of the show, you'd win some money too. We'll do another one today, so we'll get to the parlay bets as well. We'll get to the NFL top 5, bottom 5. Everybody came out with theirs. Might as well do mine. So we got the top 5, bottom 5 coming up in the NFL. Thursday night football. Look, we'll talk about it. There's not a whole lot to get into, but whew, got somebody already on here saying Michigan. Yeah, dude, there's so much going on in that. I'll try to unpack it as best I can, but the Big Ten, whew, issues right there. So we'll get into the sign stealing scandal. It's like Deflategate at this point. So we'll talk about the Michigan scandal, the NCAA playoff rankings. The NBA's got some huge basketball games tonight. We'll talk about that for a little bit. Today is Hump Day, Wednesday, November the 8th. And if your name is Ashley, happy Ashley Day. So all you Ashleys out there, especially one that I know of that's maybe paying attention. So happy Ashley Day. Cook something bold and pungent day. Ugh. National Adam Day too. So Ashley and Adams. Cappuccino Day. Get your cappuccino on. Harvey Wallbanger Day. That's what I'm talking about. Later on, get a Harvey Wallbanger. Kyle Day, Irene, Leon, Christopher. Man, there's just a lot of them. Dunce Day. Like, remember the dunce caps? All right. So it's National Dunce Day. Parents as Teachers. National Parents as Teachers Day. World Pianist Day. Talk Money Day. That's what I'm talking about. Let's do that. Let's talk about some money. I'm all about that. Welcome into Sports with Balls again. I'm Jeff Michael. All of y'all that are paying attention on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you are listening in, I thank you. Also, the podcast version will be up in all podcast arenas directly after this show. So if you miss anything, go there. All 250 shows are there. All right, let's get into the NFL. Top 5, bottom 5. I do it every week, so might as well start off doing that now. Let's knock it out, get it out of the way. Let's go with our bottom 5 to start off with. New York Giants, number 5. Just a bad football team. They lost Daniel Jones. Not exactly sure what's going to happen with this team, what direction they feel like going. Last year was an absolute wonderful year if you're a Giant fan. Then you signed Daniel Jones in the offseason. You got the coach of the year. And now you're 2-7. And you don't have a quarterback, and your coach is not going to be coach of the year, and maybe on the hot seat. Like, I don't know. But New York Giants come in at number 5, man. Oof. Number 4, the Arizona Cardinals. They're number 4 because they're 1-7. Or 1-8, I'm sorry. But look, they get Kyler Murray back. You get James Conner back. His team may win some football games. The Arizona Cardinals are not, well, they're going to be tough now. And it depends on Kyler Murray. Is he going to be running around? Is this guy going to risk more injury? They're in a limbo state as well, man. Their only win of the season was to the Dallas Cowboys. Sorry, Cowboy fan. They got the Falcons this week, the Texans, the Rams, the Steelers, Bears. They got the Bears and then the Eagles. They could put together some wins. Do they want to, is the thing. Do the Arizona Cardinals want to put together a bunch of wins? At this point, this draft, y'all, I've been talking about this. Go to Sports with Balls on all the social media outlets. I've been talking about this draft for a while. This thing's going to be fantastic. The wide receivers, the offensive linemen, the defensive linemen, and the quarterbacks coming out in this year's draft. I mean, you're talking about 1 through 20, all those picks. I'm going to be on the edge of my seat, man. And are the Cardinals going after one of those picks? Like James Conner's coming back, Kyler Murray's coming back. You don't play to lose, I don't think, but you might not play to win, if that makes sense. So Cardinals coming at number 4 on the top 5, bottom 5. Chicago Bears, number 3, bottom 5. Rough team. Rough year. Losing running backs, losing quarterbacks. It's just rough for the Bears. Justin Fields, with all the expectations that were coming into this season with Justin Fields, you would have thought this Chicago Bears team, that people had Justin Fields as a top 5 quarterback this year. Ouch. Not even close. Not even close. Chicago Bears, their coach may be on the hot seat. 2-7. They're out of the playoffs. And now, look, you're going to have 2 top 5 picks. Is Justin Fields your man? 2 top 5 picks is pretty insane. You get the number 1 wide receiver, and you can get a top 5 quarterback. Chicago's got some thinking to do. Put on their dunce cap, I guess. Ouch. New England comes in at my number 2, bottom 5. There's rumors now. After there was 2-3 weeks ago, we heard that Bill Belichick signed a deal during the offseason that extended his contract. Now we're hearing little rumors that Bill Belichick is on the hot seat, and they could move on from him potentially. Woo! Bill Belichick, look, it would be hard to see him in another uniform, but could you imagine Bill Belichick going and coaching for another team? Wow. And would he take a defensive coordinator position somewhere? I don't know, but Mac Jones doesn't seem like he's the answer in New England either. It's a wonder that all 5 of these bottom 5 teams have quarterback issues, except for the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers are my number 1 bottom 5 team. And look, folks, let's just be honest. This team is not good. They're not trying to be good. They are what they are right now. We're gonna give this team another year, try to figure it out. Carolina Panthers, bad football team. Really bad football team. So that's it. Bottom 5, New York Giants, Arizona Cardinals, Chicago Bears, New England Patriots, and the Carolina Panthers. Top 5. Here we go. Top 5 teams in the NFL. I'm going to start with one at number 5 that everybody thinks is way higher than this, and I'm going to tell you why. I have the Baltimore Ravens at number 5. It's all Lamar Jackson. Like you're in everything, the rushing attack, the passing attack, everything is Lamar Jackson controlling the clock, which also helps your defense out. It's just Lamar Jackson. It's a one-trick pony in Baltimore. The entire offense is built strictly around Lamar Jackson and his ability to escape. It's unbelievable. But that's why I have them at number 5. He misses 1 or 2 games, you're losing those football games. That's it. You're done. So I got Baltimore at number 5, Jacksonville Jaguars at number 4, screaming up the ladder. This team is good. Travis Etienne Travis Etienne is actually having a phenomenal season. Trevor Lawrence, his old college teammate, those guys are clicking. I like the Jacksonville Jaguars a lot and I have them at number 4. Number 3. This may surprise some people as well, but I got San Francisco at the number 3 team in the NFL. And it's because Deebo Samuel is hurt that they are losing a lot of these games. Brock Purdy's got a lot on his shoulders, and people are just hammering away at him. But I like San Francisco at number 3. They will get healthy. They will get back. And then number 1 and 2, it depends on where you live. This is the 2nd or 3rd week in a row these teams have been up there, and they'll probably stay up there. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Top 2 teams in the league. Philadelphia just pounds you away. That brotherly shove or tush push or whatever you want to call it works. They do it 3 or 4 times a game, and it's a first down or touchdown. If they get on the 1, you're screwed. If they have a 1 yard for a 4th down, you're screwed. And Kansas City Chiefs just showed you they can win in any sort of fashion. So there's your top 5. Baltimore, Jags, San Francisco, and then your top 2, KC and Philadelphia. Pick which ones you want to go in what order. All right, this section brought to you by Christian's Tailgate. As always, Christian's Tailgate. Go to christianstailgate.com. Awesome drink specials. Incredible atmosphere. 40-plus TVs at all their locations. Award-winning hamburgers, food. It's just a great place to go watch sports, man. It is. It's unbelievable. Absolutely love this place. Go to christianstailgate.com. Find one near you. And we do live shows from there. In fact, we have one coming up. Stay tuned to go to Sports with Balls on your social media channels, and I will announce that coming up ASAP. All right. What are we going on to next? Top 5, bottom 5, Thursday night football. Have y'all seen this game, by the way? Have y'all seen what we got to deal with? And in fact, all these standalone games this weekend, golly, but especially tomorrow. The 1-7 Panthers that I just said, they are my number 1 worst team in the NFL, take on the Chicago Bears, 2-7, who are my 3rd worst team in the NFL. This is a who wants to lose worse game. And this is terrible. And it's on Amazon Prime. The ratings for this number will be abysmal. This will be terrible. The 1-7 Panthers and the 2-7 Bears. Can't you flex this? I realize it's a Thursday game, but golly. And then you got to go to Amazon Prime to watch it? Yeah, the NFL will not be happy with these ratings. There's not star power in this game. There's nothing that draws anybody's attention to go to Amazon Prime Thursday night at 7:15 and go, hell yeah, I'm tuning into that game. And the line is Chicago -3.5. And there's not even good bets here. I don't even know if I would take the Bears -3.5. I don't know. This is Bryce Young, DJ Moore. Is that your star power you're bringing? There was something I posted the other day on Sports with Balls about the quarterbacks that started this past weekend, and it was unbelievable. I think it was like Shedeur Sanders would automatically become the number 1 quarterback for these teams. Steelers, Browns, and maybe not. Colts, Giants, Seahawks, 49ers, Rams, Cardinals. Well, not the Cardinals anymore. Vikings, Jets, Patriots, Raiders, maybe the Broncos, Packers, maybe, Bears, Falcons, Saints, and Buccaneers. Wow, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 teams that Shedeur Sanders would go start for right now in the NFL. That's at the quarterback position. That's half your teams in the league. The NFL product that's putting out right now, especially at the bottom tier, is not even close to competitive. It's a bad football teams down there. And you got 2 of them playing on Thursday night football. It's not going to be a good day. So I feel sorry for all the folks that are out there that want to watch a Thursday night football game that bought Amazon Prime just because they had the NFL on. Bad football game. Let's move on over to the NCAA and the Big freaking 10, man. Michigan sign stealing scandal has just absolutely blown up, because now it's not even the Michigan sign stealing scandal. It's the entire Big Ten sign stealing scandal. Now you've got sources that saying that big teams. Okay, sources say now that Michigan now has shared its Big Ten teams shared signs from Michigan. What is the deal with all these tapes? I'm trying to read through this thing. Like, you can get tapes, you can't get tapes. You can go to the games, you can't go to the games. It's so confusing. And now we're expecting a suspension on Thursday, according to ESPN, that we'll have a suspension on Thursday of 2 games, maybe, and a $10,000 fine for Jim Harbaugh, which keeps them in the playoff hunt, keeps everything alive. No big deal. Slap on the wrist. Let's go back to work. That's what we're hearing now. Some people say the Big Ten should lay fines on heavier fines and a heavier suspension. But if they keep their bowl game, and this is the kicker, if Michigan keeps their bowl game, they will still be ranked in the playoffs, which still gives them a shot at a national title. That's what they want. But now you've got University of Michigan, like, sending tapes now to the Big Ten about other teams stealing their signs. And then you've got other teams blaming Michigan. You've got this guy, Stallions, he's been fired, but now he's a rogue employee. Like, Jim Harbaugh had no clue of what's going on. Come on, man. Y'all are all cheating. You're all getting away with it. And this is a dumb rule. How is that even possible? You can send scouts to games and then come back and report on it. Like, there's going to be clarification. The Big Ten is in a world of you know what, and leave it up to the NCAA to not figure this out and get it right. Because I guarantee you the NCAA will not get this right. It will be screwed up. Because now it's a Big Ten issue. It's an NCAA issue. Are we going to have other conferences come in now and be like, uh-oh, are they going to change the rules for the entire NCAA now because of this? About scouting. Is that what we're doing? This was a little unknown rule that nobody knew about. And now the entire sports world is basically on pins and needles waiting to see what happens with Michigan. And we're expecting something by Thursday. By tomorrow, folks. Jim Harbaugh, 2-game suspension and $10,000. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know. I don't know if what's going to happen. And to be honest with you, can't really keep up. It's every day with this. It's every day. I see something new about some tapes and some scouting reports and this. And it's like, dude, what's really going on? Is this a 40-page or 140-page document that they're going to release here pretty soon? Is Michigan even going to be punished? I'm hearing, like I said, I'm hearing 2 games. 2-game suspension and a fine. Harbaugh says he didn't know. If it's anything more than that, because here's the issue. They don't want to actually give Michigan too much of a penalty because Michigan's going to turn around and sue them. They're threatening legal action already. So this is going to get interesting. And I find it fascinating that there was a rule that you're allowed to cheat, but you're not allowed to cheat. And now they got caught cheating, and now everybody's been caught cheating, apparently. Whatever. Go college football. Like, for real. All on the heels, check this out, all on the heels of this weekend's football games that are phenomenal. And then in 2 weeks, you've got Michigan, Ohio State, which is basically a championship football game before the championship. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The drama in the NCAA. But wait till I get to Friday and talk about these college football games. Huge impacts. Big games this weekend. And then next weekend. And then, of course, the big games after that. Speaking of, you got the rankings that came out. College football playoff rankings, the top 4 stay the same. Ohio State, Georgia, Michigan, Florida State. All stay the same. So did Washington. Then you got number 6, Oregon, which is very interesting. They could sneak in there. Texas runs the board. There's an argument that Texas is in there. And then, of course, Alabama. What do you do? What do you do if Alabama beats Georgia? Ole Miss sits at number 9. They have just as good of a resume as anybody else does in the top 10. Ole Miss could get in there too. At number 10, huge games coming up. Those are really you've got your top 5 that are undefeated, Washington, Florida State, and Washington's win over Oregon was massive. All these teams have arguments to get in if they run the table. Now, of course, you got Ohio State and Michigan playing their game coming up pretty soon. You may have a Georgia-Alabama SEC championship game. Texas could run the table, win the Big 12. So if Alabama beats Georgia, Texas wins the Big 12, what do you do there? You got Georgia with 1 loss, Alabama with 1 loss, Texas with 1 loss. Who gets in? And if Ole Miss runs the table, do they get in? Oh, man, start this 8-team tournament now. Wow. Because there's some great football teams. And look, somebody's getting screwed this year like they always do. Somebody will get hosed this year. The top 9 teams, top 10 teams can all get in the championship. Easy. Penn State, Ole Miss, Alabama, Texas, and Oregon all with 1 loss. Washington, Florida State, Michigan, Georgia, Ohio State. And again, Michigan, Ohio State, one of them is going to have 1 loss. Man, it's really getting fun now on Saturdays. This Saturday will be a blast. The next few Saturdays are going to be absolutely fantastic. Cannot wait. Stay tuned to Sports with Balls for all the action. All right, what else are we going over today? Man, that's good stuff. NCAA basketball has it's in full swing now. Let's just say that. It's a lot of fun to watch. There's some good teams. Baylor with a nice win last night. Who else won last night? Are there any games tonight? Let's move on to tonight. Tuesdays, let's see. Creighton won last night and Baylor won last night. Creighton won by 51 points. Whew. Let's see if there's top 25 games tonight. Florida Atlantic, they're favored by 6.5 over Loyola Chicago. I might take that game. Let's see. Florida Atlantic. Yeah, let's put that in the parlay. Florida Atlantic minus 6.5. They're ranked 10 in the nation. Loyola Chicago is not ranked. So I'm going to take Florida Atlantic minus 6.5 or the first half because it should be around 3 to 4 points. I like that a lot. You got some NCAA college football today. By the way, last night, those MAC games on a Tuesday night, at one point, all 3 games were tied. One was 18-18, one was 21-21, and one was 10-10. It was fantastic football last night. I know that the ratings aren't going to be there, but the MAC games last night were unbelievable. They got more tonight. Miami of Ohio's at home. They're 7-2. They're minus 17.5, taking on Akron. Maybe a first half bet there. Bowling Green is taking on Kent State. Kent State is not good, folks. I like Bowling Green. It's minus 10. So let's take Bowling Green minus 10 points. And then Eastern Michigan at Toledo. And Toledo was ranked at one point in the top 25. Toledo minus 18. Give me Toledo. Eastern Michigan's 4-5. Not that good of a team. Toledo is a great, having a historic season for that college. I like Toledo. So I've got Toledo minus 18.5. Florida Atlantic in basketball minus 6.5. Bowling Green minus 10. I love that bet as well. And then we'll move on to the NBA because there's some great NBA games tonight. Check this out. And I usually don't say this because the regular season NBA it's just not that good. It's just not that good to me. But the Celtics are at the 76ers. The Celtics are winning by an average of, I believe, 18 points so far this season. Both of these teams are 5-1. These are both teams going to the playoffs. This is an early season great matchup. Boston Celtics favored by 2.5 points in Philadelphia. Woo! I like Philly. Give me Philly on the money line at home. Both those teams are great. And you got Victor Wembanyama for his first time in Madison Square Garden. That'll be fun, taking on the Knicks. I'm probably that's not a game I'm going to sit there and watch, but man, look, this kid Victor Wembanyama has got incredible skills to be 7'4". Like it's up, but it looks awkward. It really looks awkward because he's just so dang tall, and his length is like he doesn't have to jump to dunk it. It's just now shooting 3-pointers and the way he does it. Look, that's impressive. And his defense, he's going to be an all defensive player. I don't know, 10 years probably all defense, first team all defense. But it's just awkward to watch a 7'4" guy slam the ball. He doesn't have to do much. But he's they are definitely labeling him as the future of the NBA. You've got what else we got going on? Cavaliers, Thunder, Warriors. Oh, so 2 good games. The Warriors at the Nuggets. Warriors are 6-2. The Nuggets 7-1, 5-0 at home. This is an incredible team. It's Denver minus 2.5. I like the Nuggets minus 2.5. There's a lot of good bets tonight. Nuggets minus 2.5. Philadelphia money line. Toledo minus 18.5 in college football. Bowling Green minus 10 in college football. Florida Atlantic minus 6.5 in college basketball. Every one of those games I absolutely love. So that's your parlay bet. Let's take Philadelphia 76ers money line. Let's take the Denver Nuggets minus 2.5. Give me Toledo minus 18.5. And give me Florida Atlantic for basketball, college basketball minus 6.5. That's your 14 parlay of the day. Book it. What else we got going on? Sure, a lot tomorrow. I think we covered everything already. Look, guys, if you missed anything, go to Sports with Balls, podcast arenas everywhere. Just type in Sports with Balls. It's all there. We go over the Michigan stuff, went over the Thursday night football game tomorrow night. We'll get more into that tomorrow as well. Top 5, bottom 5. I'll post that later on as well. Go to Sports with Balls on all your social media outlets. I'm Jeff Michael. Tomorrow, same bat time, same bat place. See you then, guys. Have a good hump day.